hot around the Delta desks yesterday. They had their computer glitch that caused a big problem across the country. Aviation crisis consultant Ken Jenkins, KenJenkins.com, is with us. Ken, what did you see in yesterday's story that I may have missed because I just show up to the airport, hand over my bags, and get on the plane? I don't understand how the whole industry works. What was interesting to you about Delta's problem?
Well, first of all, good morning.
Good morning.
The interesting thing for me with Delta's issue yesterday was the failure of their automation. And simply put is when you have 6,000 flights a day, and here's where we found the long lines and whatnot, there's such a reliance on that automation to print your flight plans and to, basically run the whole operation. Now all of a sudden you have ticket agents and gate agents that have to handwrite boarding passes. There are certain pieces of information that couldn't be accessed because the systems were down, and it brings the whole system to a halt. And that's what we saw yesterday.
Isn't that a security concern? I'm just thinking yesterday would have been a prime time to, cause problems.
Well, it certainly does add a dimension of security to it, in that you don't have that automation feature, such as the TSA pre-check, where you can see that visual indication that says these folks have been vetted already by TSA, and so they get to go one into that line. But second, because they're handwritten, then anybody could get a boarding card, and certainly not easy to get one, but once you did, you could handwrite it just like the agent did. And so, yes, there would be an added level of security concern there.
Now, Southwest also, not so long ago, had a problem. We have Delta having a problem. Is this going to be the norm for the future now that we are relying on the computer systems?
Well, I would hope it's not going to be the norm. Have we seen the last of it? I don't think we have. And part of that simply because when you look at the major carriers that are flying today, there have been so many mergers in the last 10 years, and not all of those systems and processes from a computer standpoint have been integrated. So in some of those mergers, you might have 2, 3, 4 different operating systems from each of the carriers that merged together, still trying to connect. It's almost like a series of cans and string, and the string breaks. So at some point, the information technology is going to have to be updated to where there's one operating system. And airlines are doing it slowly but surely. It just takes a lot of time to do that.
Now, are the foreign systems, I don't know, does Delta fly international?
Delta is, yes, very international. Yeah. They are part of one of the largest alliances as well, called SkyTeam, which also served them well yesterday in that they were able to transfer some of their passengers onto their partner airlines. But that was another thing that we saw that was unique for Delta yesterday. As a global carrier, when that system went down, it went down worldwide. And so you saw a lot of international cancellations and delays as you did in the U.S.
Do we know why it went down? Was it a power outage in Atlanta?
Well, there is some conflict about what happened, and that Delta initially said that there was a power outage which led to the systems going down. The local power company came back and said that was not the case, that it was a Delta equipment failure. But I think we'll find that out definitely in the coming days as more of an investigation is performed to find out what systems actually didn't work.
If I'm flying Delta today, should I call ahead? Because I know that they're trying to make up flights and get people on flights and, put people on open seats. So I should probably go ahead and call ahead.
It's best to call ahead, and then also Delta has been saying that not to necessarily pay close attention to their arrival and departure times online because those systems are still not 100% effective. So it's best to call if you can. Also check online, but pack your patience when you travel. The schedule today for Delta seems to be a lot better than yesterday, but they've already canceled more than 200 flights for today. So you're going to see residual impact today, and it'll get less and less each day. I think by the end of the week, you'll see them back to full operation.
Ooh, I like that. Pack your patience right next to my socks and my pastrami sandwich for a snack. That's what I do.
Well, you'll probably be eating that sandwich in the security line if it's as long as it was yesterday for.
Ken Jenkins. Is it KenJenkinsLLC.com or just KenJenkins.com?
It's KenJenkinsLLC.com.
All right. And he is an aviation crisis consultant and our guest today. Thank you very much. Great job.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.